pea cucumber that is fruity. You see, this cucumber, you see now, you see. And this cucumber is just about 6 weeks old, 6 to 7 weeks old. So that's what I say. Here, we've never used NPK, we've not used pesticide, so that we will not kill the bees. So that will not kill the bees. Now, moving from here again, you see the peppers. See the way the peppers are arranged on the bed. Look at this arrangement here. Look at this arrangement here. You see the peppers, you see they are flowering. Because you put manure, you can see the arrangement, they are already flowering, and everything. So some corn came in just to come and play. So this is how this is part of the onions that we harvested the last time we planted onions, and it's still surviving inside the pepper. You can see some onions are still scattered around. These are the peppers. So from here now, we're moving to the question time farmers time. Okay, now the first question we have is,
which is better for vegetable, chicken manure or cattle dung?
Okay, now the question is, which is better for vegetable planting, cattle manure or cattle dung? Now the difference between the two is this. You see, when you use both are good for your vegetable because both contain potassium, calcium, nitrogen, and some micronutrients like the manganese, the molybdenum, all those things they were teaching you in chemistry that time that you were not listening to the teachers. You will find them in a Greek now when you come to the farm. So, so all those things, yeah, it's true because we're not bothered then. So all those things, you find them in those things. Now, how do we get them? But because cattle feed on grasses, cattle eat grasses, leaves, and everything. The cattle come in and they will finish all this corn. Then they will go and shoot the corn somewhere else. So because cattle do that, you find out that when you use cattle dung, the first thing that comes with your plant is the weed. Because it feeds on that weed and it's the weed you use again. It's just like you got back the nitrogen you gave to the cattle to eat. That kind of thing. So because of that, weed come with your crop. You have plenty weed, so be prepared to weed more when you are using cattle dung. But in poultry, their feed are well composted, and not well composted, well dissolved. You know what I mean? It is well dissolved. So hence, you don't have much of the weed will be there, but not as much as when you use cattle dung. Now, the second question is, okay. It's cool now, Abby. Now, the second question says,
do you also use plant material for composting?
And we're supposed to stay there. Okay, yes, we use plant material. Come over here. How do we use plant material? You see, when we work on the farm, we weed. I told you, we weed. We don't burn grasses. We don't burn the grasses. We don't burn the grasses. We don't destroy them because we use them to supply our nitrogen. But you see, these are grasses. These are plant material. You see, these are plant material. You see, these are plant material. So what we do eventually is we pack them back and put on the bed. See on the bed, you can see grasses, plant material. See them in our compost. You see that material inside the compost. You see. So we use plant material for our compost. And how these ones on the footpath, you see, all this grass, we're going to get them back onto the bed, and then they mix up with the bed. And those are the things. Those are how we're going to use. That's what the plant we used to grow. That's what the plant we used to develop for us to have a good crop. So, and then our composted material. Second question, third question.
Okay, third question. How many seeds of cucumber can be planted on the plot of land?
Okay. How many seeds of cucumber can be planted on a plot of land? Okay, let's look at it this way here. You see, let's do this cucumber plant. Let's look at this cucumber plant. You see?
Yeah.
You see? Okay. You can see. Look at this other cucumber that are just coming up. You see them? You see? We planted 1, 2, 3, 4. You see the way we planted them. So on this bed like this, you see, on this bed like this, we're supposed to have 300 plants. This is one raised bed. You see, from that top to this place is 25 meters. So we're supposed to have 320 plants. I approximate it to 300 plants because definitely you will lose some. You can imagine this is missing, another one is missing, so you will definitely lose some. You can't have all the beds cannot be filled up at the same time. So you say if you have 300 on one bed, and in my own 1 acre, in our own 1 acre. You know, we design our farm in such a way that on 1 acre you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, till you get to number 80. If you can measure 25 meter by this 2 meter, then if you have 80 of that depth, you are going to be having 1 acre land. You will have used 1 acre land. And with calculation, what I got outside is that 1 acre is 6 plots. So if 1 acre is 6 plots, so if in 1 acre 300 plants multiply by 80, you get 24,000 plants. So if you have 24,000 plants, it means in 1 plot you are going to be having, divide 24,000 by 6, since there are 6 plots in 1 acre. So you mean on 1 plot you'll be having 4,000 plants of cucumber. If you can manage it well, you are good. Yeah. The posting is a huge work. When I say it's a huge work, imagine I'm having, see this side, see this big side, see the other side too, see so many sides. So to compost, what we do is that when the cattle rearers, the cattle owners, they leave the cattle rearers and the poultry waste. Sometimes we go to the poultry. At the poultry, we come out the wet waste. We bring the wet waste out. When we bring the wet waste out, we now leave it outside. We spread it outside for a very long time. During the period, you see, the wet one has high content of nitrogen, high content of everything. If you put it directly on the soil and you plant inside, you burn those plants because the nitrogen concentrate is too much. So because we don't do that, so what we rather do is, okay, we bring them out, spread them outside. By the time we spread them outside, the sun, the rain, the whatever, it will cool them down, reduce the content, reduce the, you understand, it reduces them, and by the time it reduces them, then it's easier for us